Hey everyone, welcome to Cartooning with Sam. Today we'll do a single point perspective illustration of a superhero flying over the top of a city. For that we'll need two pieces of paper, one for our superhero and one for our city. We'll need a pencil and an eraser, we'll need a ruler, and later we'll need a pen and some colors. Pause now, grab that stuff, and I'll see you back here when you're ready. To begin our single point perspective illustration, all we need to do is roughly find the middle of our page. My middle is about here. I'm going to put a dot right there. This little dot is a special little dot. We're going to call that the vanishing point. There's a lot to learn about vanishing points, but just for now, let's just remember the name vanishing point. The next thing we'll do is we'll draw some shapes around our vanishing point. I suggest you follow with me using the same shapes as I'm using, and then the next time when you do this on your own, you can make your own shapes. I'm going to start in the top left with a reverse L shape. Here we go, just like that. Next up, underneath that shape, I'll draw a very large square. Again, you don't need to use a ruler for this because we're only learning and it's much quicker. Over here, I'm going to draw a large circle. Doesn't need to be perfect, just make sure it's pretty round. Next, I think I will draw another reverse L shape. I will do that just like so, maybe a bit longer this way and that way. The next step is to find the vertices that are closest to the vanishing point. Vertices means corners, and the vertices that are closest to the vanishing point are this one, and this one on this shape. Not that one or that one or that one. Then we'll pull out our ruler. I'm going to put my ruler just here, and I'll be joining the vertices to the vanishing point. Straight in like that. Again, just here. And then another one just here. Can you see how that's already starting to look like a 3D object? Let's see how we go with our square. The vertices that are closest to the vanishing point are this one, and this one, not that one. So I'll grab my ruler again. Then I will join up those two, this one and that one, and then again over here. Where are we? Just there. The next one we'll do is this bottom corner, and it will be this vertice, also this one and this one. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way to the top. So this one is very steep like that. Okay, and again here, they're very close together. And then this one right down into the center, like so. And then another one. And this one as well. So let's just join that end one up like so. Looks pretty cool, right? Now when we come to the circle, it doesn't have easy to find vertices like the other shapes. So what we'll need to do is find the last point that we can draw a straight line to from that vanishing point. I'll find my ruler and I'll just move it so as it's in line with that vanishing point, and I'll keep going until this reaches the edge of the circle. So this one will need to go about there. Whoop. About there. And this one will need to go whoop, about there. Just so long as your lines meet up to the sides of your circle, then it's good. Do you see how this is creating perspective? It's like the view that a bird might have as it's flying over a city. Let's go a step further and add 2 more shapes on top. I'm going to pop in a square inside my circle. And maybe a circle inside my square. These extra shapes will turn into something extra on the top of our buildings. Again, we want to draw our line towards the center, but this time we're not going to draw the line all the way. These shapes we've just drawn will turn into an extra level on the top of our buildings. This is where some actual measurement comes in. I'm going to choose the same vertices as we did before. So the ones that are closest to the vanishing point on this square are 1, 2, 3, these ones. And I will be lining this up to my vanishing point, just like I did before. But instead of drawing the line all the way to the vanishing point, I'm only going to take it down 1 centimeter. Like so. Actually 1.5. I'm going to go just like that. And then the same with the next one, so 1.5 here, so making sure that it's in line with your vanishing point, 1.5. And the same with our next one, which is all the way over here, so over here, lining up to our vanishing point and 1.5. Then let's just draw a straight line between these lines. I'm going to pop a line that goes between there and between there, just like so. And the same with this one, as we did with that one, we'll find the outside of our circle first. So I will say about there, and then line that up with our central vanishing point. And I will say again 1.5, so it's nice and big and nice and clear. 1.5, just like that. This is 1.5 here. And then I will go again over here, lining it up as best we can with our vanishing point just here. I'm going to pop in 1.5 just like that. Now I'm going to try and copy that curve just in like that, so nice and round like that. Do you see how that's made some 3D shapes on top of our buildings? Now let's do something really creative, and let's create some kind of superhero that can be flying over the top of our buildings. You can create your own or do the same as me. I'll be doing a flying super kid. I'm just going to keep mine nice and simple and just do nice big round head and some eyes up really high, a smiley face like this, then maybe some little arms that go 1, 2, and then my fingers will just be one big blob and then a pointing finger and then another blob with a little thumb going 1, 2, and then my body, I think I'll just scoop it all the way around like this, and then my little feet will poke out the back. I'll just poke out some little feet, 1 foot there, and the other foot will sort of poke out there, and then I'll do a simple little body that comes back up like this, then give them a big cape, so I might wrap something around their neck like that, and then have a nice big easy to cut out shape that comes out like that. That way they can be wearing some sort of super cape. Give them some eyebrows, maybe a costume, something really simple. I'll make a belt that goes around the center. 1, 2, and then a sleeve like that, sleeve like that. I will do maybe a little tiny nose, and then some sort of symbol on the front. I'm just going to go for a big circle. The circle will fit in just like that. Something like that will do. Maybe a little bit of hair. Maybe they're sort of like a flying super kid baby. Now let's cut out our superhero. Remember, always take your time when you're using scissors and be very careful. If you need help, ask an adult. Okay, so there's my superhero kid. And if you place that in the center, it looks really great. What I suggest we do now is the inking and coloring. I'll be doing mine in time lapse, so it looks like it's going really fast. I recommend that you take your time. Additionally, I recommend that you add more shapes around the outside of those original shapes, and then use the same technique of drawing lines between the vertices closest to the vanishing point to create more buildings in your city. I'll show a second time lapse of what that will look like after the first one of this demonstration. I hope that you're happy with your single point perspective illustration. I like mine. You can also use this type of perspective for all sorts of different things. That's all from me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.